be giving out t-shirts to every fan in attendance, so we can all show our big pride. We hope you'll join us. Folks, don't forget to come out to the game for Calendar Day. What's underway the past year that was pictures of the next city dancer. See at the next game, Knicks fans, because the first 15,000 of you will get your own Knicks hoodie. Get here early, bring your friends and family, and enjoy the game.
If you still want to be a part of an upcoming home game, please visit online. Oh, say does.
Welcome, everyone, to the NBA on 2K. In this early bit of the season, Greg, how important are team goals?
Well, Kevin, you have to be working towards something, whether it's a specific rank or a record. Early goals help you define your team for the season ahead.
And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Out on the wings for them, Miller and Bridges. Williams is out there with Grant Williams. And it's Ball in at the point guard position. Lopez from long range. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Lopez has got the first bucket of the night, a three-pointer for New York. There's Ball with the three. That one's in, his first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
LaMelo Ball said, I see your triple and I raise you one of my own.
Now, here's Hart. His last outing, he had 8 points. The wide open look here for Lopez. And again, New York with the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Now, here's Ball. He had 15 points last outing. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. When you look at the game of Mark Williams, Doris, what impresses you the most?
Well, probably his size and athleticism. That combination makes him an immediate fit. He understands which shots to take on the offensive end, seems to have a great feel for how to position himself on the defensive end and how to mix it up on the glass.
Here's Lopez. This game he had 28 points. Left side, Towns. For three, Bridges hands it from downtown.
You've got to be aware and stay attached to Mikal Bridges beyond that arc. This guy dangerous as a shooter.
Over in the corner, Williams. Bridges outside. And the three off target. Knicks have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. There's Lopez with the 3. It's rebounded by Charlotte.
And really, despite that miss, they've had a solid start offensively.
And it's Miller in the corner. Williams passes to Bridges. Ball against Bridges. Ball with the bucket. Ball's got 5 points so far.
What a finish by LaMelo Ball. Thin frame, but that length at 6'7", he can mix it up now.
Pass to Hart. Back to Lopez. New York moving it around. And it's Towns missing.
Well, tremendous defensive effort on the interior. That's the kind of contest you want.
Outside, Ball. Lets a floater go. It drops for his third basket. He's missed only 1 shot. New York's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. It's Hart on the wing. From past the arc. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Miller, no luck.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Lopez against Ball. Charity stripe shot. Karl Anthony Towns with the rebound. New York leading by 3 and stolen by Miller. Outside Williams. It's rebounded by Anunoby.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
Lopez, no luck. Hornets trail by 3. Miller outside. On the wing, Bridges. And a missed layup.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Wasted no time on that one. 9 points in the game so far.
What you see is continued improvement in his ability to create for others. Great to see OG Anunoby make the open read.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. Look at Philadelphia. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And you know, with the Knicks, they just kind of burst out of the gate here with some fire, feeling disrespected by pundits who overlooked them as a top team.
Now, here's Ball. He's got 7, sinks the triple.
Grant Williams has proven he can be a reliable threat from deep.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Tom Thibodeau. In talking to Coach, he discussed the hidden talents of LaMelo Ball. Coach said he's still a young player in this league, but we can't take that lightly. We've seen what he's done to soft defenses. We need to be physical. So we'll see if that defense tightens up for them. Guys?
Thank you, David. Ball with the bucket.
All right, defensively now, you've got to find a way to slow this guy down because he's putting it to you.
Knicks have gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far, right at the 50% mark. Bridges passes to Lopez. Fires the 3. Comes up empty here. That puts him at 3 for 6. You know, Greg, one thing you notice, we were just talking about this with the Hornets in recent years, a lot of changing lineups.
And you expect that with the team, with where they're at. They're looking for any advantage game to game and trying to build that identity as a franchise.
Back to Anunoby. Towns dishes to Lopez. Nailed from three-point land. Lopez has got 12.
That's excellent awareness from Karl Anthony Towns. Set your teammate up. We know you're a great scorer, Cat.
Again, ball missing. New York leading by 4. Lopez outside. Towns, the pass to Bridges. Hart with the screen for Lopez. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D chills.
Ball surveying the defense. Beyond the arc. Again, ball missing.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
Hornets trail by 7. Miller outside. Pass to Williams. A shake. And he sinks the layup.
Well, that's not the guy you want guarding him at the rim. Just too much of a differential in terms of size.
And Hart has it in the corner. Here's the 3. Miller grabs the miss. And so Miller will bring it up for Charlotte. In the corner, it's Bridges. Pass the ball. Goes up with a stripe. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Lopez. And he finishes nicely on the layup. He's got 17.
Well, this guy has been efficient and effective all night. That IQ has been on display.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Well, individually, he is doing everything he can in this 12-minute session, but he's just not getting enough help.
Now, here's Lopez. He's got 17. Hart with a screen on Ball. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. Lopez has got 19 points.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
Right at the free throw line. Ball with the bucket.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Ball against Lopez. It's Hart on the wing. Back to Lopez. Towns, the pass to Lopez. Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
Boy, not sure what happened on him.
Hart is out there with Anunoby. Then it's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Lopez in at the 2 guard. That's the 5 for New York right now. Here's Mann. And they get some nice contributions from him on a nightly basis as he averages over 11 points a game. Shot clock at 5. And the lead is down inside single digits. Mann's got 6 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
There's Lopez with the 3. The rebound by Micic.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
New York leading by 9. Here's Anunoby. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Well, there's a toughness to Josh Hart. You don't mess with him from a contact perspective. He will absorb it.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
We've got a bunch of this game yet to be played, but they're shooting it well from the three-point line. That's got to be a welcome sight.
Yeah, what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Mann can't hit. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. There's Lopez with the 3. Good on the triple. Lopez has got the lead up to 14 now for the Knicks.
Even after all those 3-pointers he hit in that first quarter, it looks like the D still didn't learn its lesson as they've left him open for another one.
Mann with it. Lopez covering. And once again off the mark by Charlotte.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And with each passing season, DB, OG Anunoby seems to keep getting more and more versatile.
You are exactly right, Kevin. What we know unequivocally is this is one of the best cross-positional defenders in the league. One of those guys that's truly capable of guarding 1 to 5. But his willingness to be a three-point threat and offensive rebound and put it on the deck is exactly what you're talking about.
Now here's Lopez. Towns. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Anunoby against Curry. Pass to Mann. To end the run, and he drops that one in. Mann's got 4 points in the quarter.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Now here's Lopez. He's got 22. Hart, no good.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Here's Mann, and he banks in the layup. Mann's got 10 points in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Pass to Lopez. There's the triple, and it's good. That bucket takes him to 9 for 14.
3-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Now, Mann, the tray. Rebounded by Hart. Hart's got 5 rebounds tonight. Right wing. There's Lopez with the 3. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Here's Mann. Lopez covering. Mann with it. He's got 10. Curry looking it over. Shoots the 3. Trains the three-pointer. He has 6.
Well, after a less than stellar start in the first quarter, you like to see that shot go down.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the new leadership in Charlotte has made it clear that it's not going in for quick fixes. The goal is sustained success, building with youth and development. Call it roster flexibility or a blank slate. But with some promising young players and more health, there's nowhere to go but up. Kevin?
Health is huge. That's the hope. Hey, David, thank you. Towns, the pass to Lopez. Tries again. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Coming off that loss against Philadelphia.
Painful to watch, guys. You could see the frustrations mounting, unable to get into any kind of a rhythm whatsoever.
I thought they were outworked and outplayed in just about every phase of the game. Maybe that's one of those situations where you say, hey, let's move on.
So it's the Knicks now, following the bucket by the Hornets. And here is Lopez. 28 points for him. Trying to find Towns. Gets it to him. Buries the long-range jumper. Towns has got 5.
That's the confidence of Towns. This guy, regardless of situation, believes that shot is going in.
And so it's Charles Lee calling timeout. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. New York City's home. A boogie with a hoodie. Very happy with what he's seeing from his Knicks.
Well, you're not going to find many fans that are more faithful than native New Yorkers are to their Knicks.
And Ball gets it to go on the assist by Miller.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
The Knicks leading by 13. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the title race. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
What an electrifying game by LaMelo Ball. Is anyone more exciting than this young guy?
Bounce pass, Lopez. It's Hart on the wing. Off target from outside.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Back to Ball. Lets it go from the wing. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 8 rebounds in this game. And here we go. Coach's challenge is being called for here on the out-of-bounds violation.
Mikal Bridges. Miles McBride.
And you know these types of plays, especially when you're talking about action around the sideline, this is something you can get a...
The previous play is under review.
We've got the benefit of new camera angles. Much easier to see exactly what's going on, especially with the fidelity and angles that we've...
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
So we just got word from the NBA Replay Center via the official courtside administrator. And the original call will stand for the out-of-bounds violation.
You know,
and so it's the New York Knicks in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. We come back right after this.
Checking out New York. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny. You can't, because I'm right.
And returning our attention to this game, an impressive first half for the New York Knicks.
They're up because of the 3-point.
And that'll do it for halftime. We send you back to Kevin Harlan, who has the second half call.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. It's been one outstanding game from Lopez.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
New York leading by 8. Setting the floor for the Hornets. The guard spots filled in by Ball and Miller. Williams is out there with Miles Bridges. And it's Williams at the center walking down the middle.
Yeah, Josh Hart starting to show people, I can knock down a three-point shot. You better guard me.
Ball, no good.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
To the wing on the left. Lopez kicks to Anunoby. Back to Lopez. Over Miller. Lopez, no luck. Hornets trail by 11. Bridges up top. He's guarded by Anunoby. Back to Williams. Miller finds Williams. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Clock at 6. 11 feet away. Shots good by Miller. Miller's got his first basket.
And he loves that area. Miller can cause a lot of headaches for a defense with his ability from the mid-range.
One thing about LaMelo Ball, he can really take over at times, Greg, when he's healthy and playing well.
And a lot of that is just his feel for the game. He processes quickly and then has the talent to execute. It's pretty hard to stop him when he's in the flow.
Outside, Ball. Pulls up. It's rebounded by Anunoby. Anunoby's got his 6th rebound on the night. Pass to Lopez. Lets it go from deep. And the Knicks hit again from deep.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Ball, no good.
All right, time now to pick it up. You're 1 for 4, and you certainly don't want to give your opponent momentum.
Hart the pass to Lopez. No good from outside. Hornets trail by 15. Miller outside. Ball against Lopez. And Ball slams it in.
Wow, LaMelo is always a tough matchup, but tonight, almost impossible.
Bridges passes to Lopez. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Lopez against Ball. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Ball's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Well, in the paint, it's the length and the agility of LaMelo Ball to get things done around physical defenders.
The drive by Lopez. And Towns throws it down.
Oh, oops, the alley. A gorgeous delivery to Towns.
Ball kicks to Williams. Pass to Miller. Bridges with it. Now Williams. Miller, the pass to Williams. And here is Ball. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. That's 28 points for LaMelo Ball.
They are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Lopez against Ball. Left side, Towns. Nice D from Williams. Hornets trail by 14. Miller dishes to Williams. Outside, Ball. Hits the three-point bomb. Ball's got 9 points here in the second half.
Boy, as we reach the latter stages, he's been in a ridiculous groove. They simply can't get over the hump.
Oh, great defense. They anticipated the play and got there first.
So it's the Hornets now. Here's Williams, and finished off by Williams.
And way to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking. Lopez outside, over to the wing. Six on the shot clock. There's the lob to Hart.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they'd love to run. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They trail by 11. Williams sends a screen for Miller. He's looking for Williams. It finds him.
Wow, what a finish at the rim by Grant Williams. I didn't know he had that in his game, fellas.
Now Lopez. He's got 36. Hart, wide open. He fires. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your...
Thibodeau decides to call timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Here's Lopez. Pass to Anunoby. Lopez outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches a 3. Good! Another from 3. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Achua is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Bridges. And it's Lopez in at the 1 spot. That's the 5 for New York right now.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Pass to man. Richards with it. Now here's Curry. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
It's deflected.
That's a tremendous defensive read by Achua. Send it back.
New York, no good that time either. Hornets trail by 19. Inside, here's Richards. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Richards got 5 points now in the quarter.
Sometimes a player is born with a passer's mindset. He deals it with conviction.
Lopez with the bucket.
Well, all night he has made an impact at the offensive end. Now he's trying to shut the door.
Knicks lead, 117.
Outside Curry. There's a good screen. And that's out of bounds. Charlotte will retain possession. And some changes here for the Hornets. Jeffries is checked in. And Ball subbed in for Seth Curry.
LaMelo Ball.
Now, man, puts up a 3. And Mikal Bridges pulls it down. Lopez right side. Jacks up a 3. Buries it from three-point range. Lopez has got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Knicks.
Heavy incoming from beyond the arc. A key part of their initiative this entire fourth quarter.
Ball cashing in from the outside. outside. What a performance.
Here's Richards. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Give credit where credit is due right there. A terrific assist.
Towns a screen on Ball. Lopez finds Towns, throws down the alley-oop slam.
Don't you love how Towns' hands are always ready to receive the pass? Terrific job on pick and roll. Outside, Ball.
A three-pointer off the mark.
When you're not in rhythm with the three ball, why do you keep firing from there?
In the corner, it's Bridges from downtown. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Micic has got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Ball in the corner. GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Lopez outside to the inside. Towns tried to bank it in, but he misses. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for Charlotte. Micic, the pass to Jeffries. Can't connect from short range. New York leading by 20. Back to Towns. That one falls through. It's his 6th make from the floor this game. Now 6 for 10.
Guys, that is what you call 2 physical, hard-earned points from Karl Anthony Towns. Go ahead and embrace that contact.
Mitchell Robinson's checked in for Achua. Charlotte's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Williams kicks to Ball. And the layup is good. Ball's got 35 in the game.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Outside for Robinson. On the wing, Anunoby. New York moving the ball around. Lopez outside. Just 5 on the clock. Bridges for 3. The offensive rebound. Back to Lopez. To the left side wing. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. Towns has got 9 points now in the quarter. And for the Hornets, they're shooting the pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. Offense not doing their best work of late.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Lopez, no luck.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Ball with the bucket.
He's hit 4 now from behind the arc, 2 in each half, making an impact.
Lopez kicks to Robinson. Pass to Lopez. Anunoby in the corner. Back to Lopez. Takes a 3. Connects again from distance.
And all game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is no stopping this shot.
And this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game that the world never forgets.
That's his 5th triple of the night. 2 in the first half, 3 in this one. Huge production.
On the wing, Anunoby. Lopez outside for 3. Good! Another from 3.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps knocking him down from deep.
Craig, he has just exploded from beyond the arc. That last make tying him for 2nd in most threes in the game. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
Well, you cannot let Mikal Bridges get into the paint because he's going to hammer it home when you do.
Ball from long range. It's rebounded by Towns. The Knicks shooting 55% in the fourth. They are executing late. Robinson passes to Lopez. Offline with his 3. And so here's Charlotte. Over in the corner, Williams. Miller surveying the floor. Misses the 3. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
Charlotte shooting 49% on the game. They'll take that.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Knicks.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And they've taken control of the season series. This brings them to 2-0 with one game left against this squad.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellence.
Knowing the kind of player MP is, that 50-point outburst was just the beginning. I bet we see 60 points very soon.
So I'm thinking about letting the kids plan an expectation. Pick 3 destinations and then pick one the best one.
It's game time, MP. You ready to put that work in?
Good, MP. You know MP came ready to play.
Up next, the Knicks taking on the Pistons for the Knicks. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K Sport. Brent, these teams know each other well, and safe to say they don't particularly like each other.
And I think fans really gravitate towards that sort of dislike. It just puts an extra added ingredient of intensity on a game like this. So for the fan bases, this one's big.
Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. Cunningham and Ivy work together as the backcourt. Holland out there with Asar Thompson, and it's Duren in at center. And so Thompson will bring it up for Detroit. Pass to Ivy. Duren finds Cunningham. Clock at 6. And here's Ivy from the arc. Knocks down the long J.
And something Ivy continues to improve. He's becoming a real threat from downtown.
Bridges passes to Lopez. Outside Hart. Towns on a screen. And Hart is good for 3.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
Well, Cade asking the defense to come out. You've got to respect his ability to shoot it from the three-point line.
Pass to Lopez. To the middle. Hart up top. Bridges outside. And here's Lopez from the arc. The rebound by Detroit. Last time they met in Detroit.
Yeah, it was really just the failure to convert shots on a consistent basis. That's going to cost you games, believe me.
Well, the defense against them had a little something to do with it, but you still got to go out there. You got to find a way to get good looks. You got to keep working the system, and quite frankly, they just couldn't do that.
Here's Thompson. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And Brent, this Knicks team, they've taken on the identity of their head coach.
Well, B.A., isn't it interesting? Tom Thibodeau, lots of scuttlebutt about him as the coach. And then they brought in players that kind of fit the coach. They play hard, they play defense first, they play a ton of minutes, but this team is gritty, and they don't give up. This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
They now take the lead. Lopez has got 6 points.
Off the pass from Hart, he's made major strides playmaking-wise, turning himself into a more complete offensive player.
Doubled by Hart. Here's the 3. Towns with a rebound. Towns has got 4 rebounds now. Pass to Lopez. It's Bridges on the wing. The 3 is up. Lopez can't hit. Pistons trail by 3. Here's Holland. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Yeah, Asar Thompson is a proficient passer.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Hart goes in. Now here's Lopez. He's watched by Cunningham. Beyond the arc. The offensive rebound. Towns, that's good.
The defensive effort was lacking a bit, but hey, give him credit for finding a weakness there.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
And here's Ivy from the arc. And it's New York with a rebound. And they've been quite the story in the NBA this season, stringing together 22 wins in a row and looking for more.
So few teams in the history of the NBA have ever put a streak like this together, so it's really impressive. My prediction, the streak continues.
And some solid defense from Towns. And here's New York now. They're on a 14-5 run. Lopez can't hit.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
Oh, what a perfect pass to set that up.
Hey, the feed might have been pretty, but the finish, that was angry. Hart. And the layup is good off the glass. Hart's got 5.
Not stopping on his way in. Hart going through the defense.
Here's Cunningham. Book it off the crossover.
What an incredible ankle breaker to help create space for his shot.
Towns against Duran. Pass to Lopez. Now here's Hart. Back to Lopez. Lets it fly. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in. 11 points in the game.
He's putting them to the test this quarter, attacking every chance he gets.
And here's Ivy. Holland for 3. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns has got his 6th rebound on the night. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, the Pistons have struggled despite the improvement of their young cornerstone, Cade Cunningham. He said, quote, "This league rewards winning. People are going to say everything I'm doing is empty and meaningless until I win games. That's what I plan on doing, and once I do that, all the other stuff will come with it." Guys?
That's a great perspective to keep right there, Allie. Thank you. Well, the grimace of pain tells it all. He's hurt. Let's hope he's okay.
Yeah, that type of injury is always worrisome. Hopefully, he's okay.
Yeah, it reminds you of what's really important. Health, #1. Everything else comes after that.
Reed's checked in for Detroit. Beasley comes in for Thompson. Brett, he might be a year or 2 away, but it's all starting to come together for Cade Cunningham.
Well, B.A., the playmaking is certainly there. His vision on the floor, knowing where his teammates are. He's picking and choosing his spots a little bit better offensively to try to dominate 6 or 8 minute sections of the game. So Cade Cunningham is continuing to grow. The answer, Jaden Ivey, right back at you.
Bridges feeling it out a little bit. Over to the left wing. Lopez passes to Anunoby. To the left side wing. Lopez can't hit. Pistons trail by 8. Pass to Holland. Puts up a 3. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Holland's gone 1 for 4 from the field. To the inside. Here's Hart. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. That one on Reed.
Yeah, I know this gets said a lot. Josh Hart plays with heart. It's true, though. This guy is a fantastic competitor. Plays with energy on both ends, and it's infectious for his teammates.
So for the Knicks, Mitchell Robinson. He's checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. Achua comes in for Anunoby. And it's Jalen Brunson in for Mikal Bridges. Ivy's shot is off.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Pass to Lopez. The 3 is up. The rebound by Detroit. Cunningham outside. Now Reed. Ivy passes to Cunningham. Ivy a screen on Brunson. Here's Reed. To the paint. Here's Beasley. Drops in the layup for 2.
Well, for a guy who does a lot of his work on the perimeter, Beasley gets into the painted area.
Brunson passes to Lopez. Brunson with it. Outside Hart from downtown. knocks it down from distance. Hart's got 10 points.
And this defense needs to turn the screws and ramp up the intensity. They're looking a little loose out there right now.
And here's Ivy from the arc. And the three-pointer goes.
Great rhythm to Ivy's game in this one. The pull-up, that's a great option.
To the wing, right side. Lopez for three. And again, New York with the triple.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
They set the pick. And here's Cunningham outside. Hart pulls it in.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
Left side, Brunson. Let's go with a three. And Reed pulls it down. Pistons trail by 11. Beasley for three. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
A great three-point gunner. Beasley even better from the corner.
Lopez passes to Brunson. 1:24 left in the first quarter. Pass to Achua. Lopez with it. Now here's Hart for three. The rebound by Detroit. Holland's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Down low. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And for a younger guy, Cunningham's vision is impressive. He's always watching the floor.
Brunson passes to Lopez. This one for three. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists now in this one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Ivy's shot is off. Knicks leading by 9. And stolen by Cunningham. It's Beasley on the wing. Brunson defending. Beasley misses. And New York shooting 55%. An ideal start so far. He buries it from 3. Hart's got 13 now.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Ivy. And it falls. 4 for 8 for him from the floor.
This is a one-man show right now. He's on a mission to get him out of this hole.
Brunson looks it over. Pass to Lopez. And again, New York with the triple.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. It's the Knicks. They lead by 13. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, they found a groove, and it's from distance, so knocking them down from the three-point land never hurts.
They've done a great job tonight of getting out in transition, so that focus on fast break, that'll add to your total in a hurry.
Setting the floor for the Pistons. Malik Beasley is out there with... Ends up going with a whole new group. Hart with it, picked up by Cunningham. Outside Hart, lets the 3 fly, and Ivy pulls it down.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Robinson with a steal. Cunningham against Hart. Here's Lopez. We saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. He was unstoppable. 5 to shoot. Robinson, a screen on Cunningham. New York again can't hit.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
Ivy goes in. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. You know, Grant, for players that move to a new team in the offseason, have they had enough time to get adjusted?
Well, you know, BA, it depends. Some guys blend right into a new squad, but for others, it takes a lot of repetition to get a feel for your teammates.
And the hope is that Ivy in the offseason attacked his free throw shooting. This has been a weak spot in this game.
Thompson, he's checked in for Reed. Lopez with it. 23 points in the game. Hart from long range. The rebound by Beasley.
You love basketball. Couldn't miss in the first quarter. Now can't make it in the second quarter. Got to be eating at him just a bit. One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And here's Lopez. Here's Kolek. Pass to Lopez. Fires the three. Hits the trifecta. Lopez has got 26.
Even with all the threes he nailed in the first quarter, the defense still hasn't made the proper adjustments.
Here's Holland. Robinson defending. There's Cunningham with a three. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 4 assists now tonight.
And that's his second in this quarter, guys. He's made 3 so far this game and is showing no signs of slowing down.
Uh-oh. Did he change his mind on the way up? I think he did.
Pass to Holland. And that one is stuffed right through.
Well, there are a myriad of reasons why Cade Cunningham went first overall in the draft, but his incredible passing is certainly at the top of the list.
Here's Kolek from outside the arc. And again, New York with the triple.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
66-57.
Ivy outside from 12 feet. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Ivy's got 14 points for the game.
And with the talent and the competitiveness that Ivy has, we're going to see a lot of nights like this in his NBA career. It's just a matter of how many.
To the wing on the left. Here's Kolek. He's got 9. Lopez for 3. Pass to Sims. Inside. Here's Kolek. Left side Robinson. Back to Lopez. No good on the 3.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Pass to Hart. Back to Lopez. From the arc. Here's Kolek. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That's his first foul. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for New York. And the Pistons making a change here as well. Hardaway's checked in. Here's Kolek. Ivy defends. Back to Lopez. Pass to Robinson. Just 5 on the clock. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. New York, again, can't hit.
He's getting good looks on the floor, but he simply cannot bury anything right now. He's got to stay confident, though, because everyone knows he can hit those shots.
Knicks leading by 7. Hart passes to Lopez. Back to Hart. Now here's Lopez. 26 points for him. On target from range. Lopez has got 6 in the quarter.
Ooh, this guy is as hot as they come from distance. Defensively, you almost have to pick him up once he crosses half court.
And it's Cunningham missing. Now Lopez. Hart from long range. And so it's the New York Knicks ending the quarter up 10. They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. We'll be right back.
Please direct your attention to second court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from line.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but
I have some research here that might explain everything. Apparently 3 is more than 2. They keep making 3s.
now let's take a moment. And that's a wrap on halftime. Thanks for watching as we...
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. New York leading by 10. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart. Then it's OG Anunoby. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Lopez in at the point guard position. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Pass to Bridges. Over Ivy. That's good from Bridges on the assist by Lopez. Bridges has gotten his second bucket.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
And Cade doing a great job of figuring out how it is that he's going to stay this efficient.
Lopez with it. Unloads. And it's New York with another.
How about that? Coming out to start the half, a perfect 3 of 3.
Ivy passes to Cunningham. Thompson outside. Cunningham outside to the paint. Ivy against Towns. Ivy's shot is off. And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for New York. They lead by their biggest margin of the game. It's at 15 points. Hart passes to Lopez. The 3. Kept alive. Pass to Hart. 3-pointer. The rebound by Detroit. And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Asar and Amen Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Asar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball. A reminder to the defense, Hart will drive if you give him that kind of room.
Here's Cunningham. And Anunoby pulls it down. Knicks leading by 15. Pass to Lopez. Outside Anunoby. Towns passes to Hart. And here's Lopez from the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Lopez has got 6 points in the quarter.
I just love the ball.
And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Yeah, I love Cade Cunningham just playing this way, an electric player when he takes advantage.
And Detroit making a change here. Beasley's checked in. Well, Brent, something we've all noticed lately. Is the small ball era starting to wind down?
OBA, I think in people's minds when you say small ball, they're thinking about 6'1" guys on the court. That's not what we're talking about. It's a skilled game, and I don't think the small ball skilled game is going anywhere anytime soon.
He hasn't found the range lately. It's wild to think he had 3 triples there in the first half.
Anunoby passes to Lopez. Six on the shot clock. Pass to Towns. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Got it. Thompson's got 9 points.
Well, the find from the off-guard Beasley there, would like to see more of that. Malik working the ball around.
Outside Hart. Back to Lopez. 6 to shoot. Towns, left side. Pass to Hart. Lopez for 3. The rebound by Detroit. Thompson's got 4 rebounds now. It's Beasley on the wing. Yes, and a nice assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists in the game.
Yeah, that's one of the things Beasley is known for. He's a catch-and-shoot guy.
Back to Lopez. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Bridges against Ivy. good there. Nice D from Bridges. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
The NBA is focused on the next generation. Commissioner Adam Silver said a lot of top draft picks are incredibly skilled, but that doesn't necessarily translate to being team basketball players. There's an opportunity for us to be more active participants in developing younger players and getting kids active. BA?
One step ahead, Allie. Thanks. Back to Lopez. Three-pointer. Good! Another from three.
Another three for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game. Here's Ivy. And Anunoby pulls it down. Knicks leading by 14. Lopez for three. And again for three.
And what a fireworks display he's shown us tonight. Just keeps hitting from deep.
Man, he's just exploded from deep tonight. That last make, tying him for 2nd in most threes in a game.
Now that basket must be widening out right now. He's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
To the left wing. Lopez for three. Holland with a rebound. Holland's got rebound number 7 tonight. On the wing, Thompson. To the middle. Wide open look. And Holland the bucket on the assist by Thompson. Holland's got 8.
Selfless play there by Thompson, recognizing when someone has a better look than he does.
Bridges passes to Lopez. Bridges outside. Back to Lopez. Takes the three. Connects again from distance.
And he's topped his own personal best. A new 2nd-place mark for most single-game triples. He is never shy when it comes time to launch.
Not at all. Casting away and making a little history in the process. What a privilege to be here to witness this. He's as good as it gets from long distance.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
And timeout is called by Tom Thibodeau. He wants to review the game plan. A big group. Knicks leading by 18. And on the floor for Detroit here in the 4th. They've got Tim Hardaway. Malik Beasley is out there with Marcus Sasser. Then it's Paul Reed. And it's Fontecchio in at the power forward. Out left to the wing. Sasser outside. Beasley outside. Drives to the hoop. And it's New York with a rebound. Towns is... And here's Lopez from the arc. And Reed pulls it down. Reed's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Sasser. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
And here's Lopez from good. Another from 3.
And of course it falls for him. And that 3 pushing him into the record books.
Well, he is now tied for the most threes in a game. A night we'll never forget. And here's Beasley. Shot clock at 6. Jacks up at 3. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got his 16th rebound. And again for 3.
Oh, hot as a tea kettle. He is just firing away. And he has set a new record for the most triples ever in an NBA game.
Breaking his own record. We knew his reputation and the kind of shooting display he could put on. He's taken it to another level, though. And J.B. Bickerstaff decides to call timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Moore's checked in for the Pistons. Let's have a look at the early favorites to compete in this year's three-point contest. Many of the top shooters in the league.
Most of these guys are going to collect a ton of votes. And if this is who makes the final cut, then it's going to be a year to remember.
You look at Lopez. He occupies the top spot in voting we'll very likely see him in the three-point shooting competition.
And he might already be the favorite. When he gets in a groove, he's automatic.
And as we continue to count the votes, we'll update you on any changes to the list. No matter who is in it, though, it's going to be fun.
Maybe this is the year we see a perfect score. Who knows? I'll be sure to be locked in on all of All-Star Weekend, especially the three-point contest.
Drops in the three.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
I mean, this team is just dangerous. Right now, every shot that they're putting up feels like it's going in.
Beasley outside. Into the lane. And he can't stop the run as that one misses.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Offensive rebound. And Anunoby gets it to go.
OG has a tenacity to him that you really love. He'll keep a play alive and get a second chance bucket.
For Detroit, they've got nothing to fall in this fourth quarter. 0 of 5. Pass to Reed. Beasley against Brunson. Beasley misses.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Well, the other team is scorching hot, and they come down on this end and can't find a way to get the embers going.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Outside Hardaway. And again, the Pistons missing.
You could see he wanted to get him back. Sadly, he couldn't capitalize from outside the arc.
Lopez for three. The rebound by Detroit. Sasser outside. Hardaway up top. Back to Sasser. Hey, Grant, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
He'd love to make them pay for giving up that wide-open jumper, just unable to do so.
Out to Beasley from behind the arc. And that basket makes him 5 for 10. Steady production so far.
One of the reasons Beasley's out there, they expect him to sink the three and spread the floor.
Bridges outside. Back to Lopez. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. It's Beasley on the wing. He's guarded by Bridges. Sasser outside. There's the triple. And it's New York with a rebound. Anunoby's got 5 rebounds tonight. Out to the wing. Here's Brunson. Cans it with nobody near him.
Really quick release there from Brunson. Let that one go in a hurry.
Detroit has gone just 1 of 6 from downtown in this final quarter. Pass to Beasley. Takes a 3. Towns with a rebound.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And here's Lopez from the arc. Again! What an avalanche!
Oh, what a performance. Arguably the best in franchise history.
He's tied the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it.
Elevates and detonates the one-hand stuff.
Picture perfect. New York calls timeout. And so New York takes this one by a big margin. We saw 2 different teams tonight. One played with confidence, operating flawlessly. The other just looked lost.
And the energy in this building was awesome. The crowd was involved from the jump, and once they started to really pour it on, it was fun to see how it all came together.
And that about wraps it up. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.
Call the electrician because MP just shot the lights out.
For MP to have a game like that in his rookie year, that's a special accomplishment. He can already score with the best of them.